welcome back to my channel, Rewind That. It's your girl, Miss K. And I just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. Today is not Christmas, it's the day after Christmas, but I still had to do my little festive thing for you. Anyway, so we're going to be going over episode number 3 of Love and Hip Hop. I'm so sorry I'm late. So, what we're going to do is recap real quick and just be done. All right? The episode first opens up with, Chrissy. She says that her partner flies her out on a plane and she has to do damage control because of the situation that took place with the foreclosure, because now she's, in real estate. So she has to explain to the Ladies Millionaire Club why she's in this situation. All right. So she says that Kimbella asked to go with her, and Kimbella also invited Juju. Okay, so my thing was when she said Kimbella, because first I was like, why is Kimbella going with her? Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all getting that tight that quick. So anyway, but she said Kimbella asked, and I'm like, all right, see, now this is getting to be real, like, sneaky type. Is starting to really look like there's motives and all that stuff. Like, why are you meaning Kimbella, why are you trying to be so much under Chrissy? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so as they're on their way, they're talking, they're in the van or whatever. And of course, Kimbella has to bring up the whole lunch situation where they were talking about the foreclosure article of Chrissy and Jim's house. And when Kimbella tells the story, I was like, oh no, like, she was definitely lying, okay? The more episodes they play, but this is only the 3rd one, I'm realizing that Kimbella is actually a liar. She is the liar that she tries to make us believe that Yandy is. She is that liar, okay? Last week she talked about how Yandy didn't try to do anything when Chrissy jumped on her or whatever, but that wasn't the case. They rolled back the clip and showed that Yandy was actually basically being a barrier and actually got knocked down and pushed down her daggone self. Okay, so she was caught in that lie. And then now this week, she's lying again, okay? She's talking about how Yandy brought up the article. She brought up the situation. No, Yandy didn't bring it up. Sin brought it up. Yandy pulled up the article, which was a little, she didn't have to do that part. That was kind of like, all right, you know that you are beefing with this lady, or not beefing, but y'all don't get along. She shouldn't have pulled up the article. Okay, fine. But she didn't bring it up. It was Sin that brought it up. All right. So that was one lie. The next lie she says, and I'm just trying to, I want to do this verbatim. She says, Kimbella says that Yandy said, maybe they lost the house because I stopped managing them. And I was like, wow, this chick is really, like, what is the point? What is she trying to prove? Or what is she trying to start, by coming up with these lies? So my thing is, the biggest problem with all of Kimbella's lies, or, just her messing up the story, is that Chrissy was believing it. And it's just like, come on, Chrissy, think. You know what I mean? But at the same time, maybe Chrissy feels like, why would Kimbella lie? Because Kimbella and her used to be friends, or look, I'm tired. You know what? I can't be trying to think for these people when they do certain things that don't make any sense. So you know what? I'm not thinking for Chrissy. I don't know why Chrissy thought that what this chick was saying was remotely true or anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe it's because Chrissy don't like Yandy. So as soon as any type of drama comes her way, she's ready to believe it because she's just ready to pop off. I feel like in her mind, she feels like she owes Candy a behind whipping. So I think anything that comes to her door, any type of drama associated with Yandy, that's going to be her ticket. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be her excuse that she makes. Anyway, so now we got Safari. And he talks to Pap about being sideswiped by Erica with the prenup. And Pap lets him know, Mr. Black Love, he got to come through with the good advice for you brothers. And he's saying, you know what, because of, past mistakes or whatever, you have to do what you got to do to make your woman feel secure and everything. Of course, I'm paraphrasing. But he was also saying that, the more resistance that you have to signing a prenup, the more she's not going to trust you, and she's going to feel like you have something to hide. So you just need to go on and sign the prenup to make your wife happy. I mean, your woman happy. And so we do see that later on, Safari does take Pap's advice. And he tells Erica, I'll sign the prenup or whatever. And then Erica is like, oh my gosh, you know, and she was just so excited that Safari agreed to it that she says, you know what, no prenup or whatever. And she said that, you know, she don't feel like he would be that grimy anyway. And I kind of feel that way too. I feel like if they were to break up or anything, which of course I'm not rooting for that. If they get married, they need to stay married. But my thing is, if something were to happen, you know, if he were to screw up or whatever, and, you know, she needed to leave, I don't think that he would try to, like, get dirty with it and try to take her money or try to, you know, fight her for assets or anything like that. I don't see him doing that. But, you know, they do say that divorce brings out the ugly side of people, but I just still don't think that Safari's like that. Next, we got Chrissy, and she's finally there, and she's talking with the ladies of the ladies millionaires group or something like that, and she's explaining to them this whole foreclosure situation. And you know, I feel bad that she had to do that. I kind of feel like Jim should have definitely stepped up for her and did this. It wasn't her fault. It shouldn't have been her that had to do the damage control, especially when she was living in Miami, like a whole nother house. She didn't have nothing to do with it. So I really think that was wrong of him to put her in that situation, to the point where she even had to explain to people so that she don't lose her business partners. Like, I just felt bad for her in that moment. Like, dang, that was messed up. And even when she got on the phone with him, he over there talking about, I don't think it's as bad as you making it. Like, are you kidding me? That right there was just like, wow. And then when she got off the phone, she was like, thank God I'm strong. And it's true, because he's adding fuel to the fire by saying stuff like that. So I was just like, wow. So when she said that, thank God she's strong, I totally understood what she meant, because that comment he made was just like very insensitive and all of the above. Anyway, so next we got Jonathan and Yandy, and they're having their little nail spa date. And he lets Yandy know that he's going to be doing a fragrance launch party, and he's inviting Chrissy and Kimbella. You know, so they start talking about all of that and how she don't understand how Kimbella could look at her as an enemy, but this chick that done messed your face up and stomped you out and all that stuff, she's not your enemy. So it's just going to show that the moves that Kimbella are making, they don't really make sense, you know. But hey, maybe, you know, like Yandy was saying a little, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, is that she probably just want to keep Chrissy off her neck, you know, because she know what it means to be on her bad side. Anyway, so fast forward to the party. Kimbella comes in, and she starts saying to Jonathan that she has a lot to say, but she's not going to say it because this is his party. It's all about him. But anyway, they still start talking about it anyway, because she's like, oh, you guys were doing too much, so I just had to leave. And so he said no one was saying anything about her, you know, at the table. No one was dogging her or nothing like that. And she was like, yes, you guys were. I was there and all of that, right? So she starts to tell Yandy and Jonathan that Yandy brought up the whole article and stuff. And so Sin jumped in and was like, no, I brought it up. And I was like, thank you, Sin. And the thing is, thankfully, Sin was there to even say that. You know what I'm saying? Because before, last week, I was saying how this whole thing started all because of Sin, because Sin brought it up. But anyway, so unfortunately for that part, Chrissy wasn't there. That's all that matters, is for Chrissy to hear this, that it was not Yandy that brought up the article, it was Sin. All right, so anyway, Chrissy walks in while everybody's yelling, and she walks in like, what's all the yelling about and everything, you know? And so Yandy starts telling her, you know, regardless of what we're going through, I'm not that type of person. My heart goes out to you, you know, and I'm not a hater and all this and all that. And so as soon as she starts saying all this, Kimbella jumps in immediately, and she's like, she's lying. You're a liar and all this. And my thing about that is, in this instance, Yandy's trying to explain her side of the story and what happened at the table. And Kimbella's there, and she's already given her side. So now that Yandy's explaining, Kimbella's jumping right in, trying to say she's a liar. And I feel like people that do that, they're the ones that are lying. Once somebody be trying to jump in and don't want somebody to finish what they gotta say, you kind of gotta have a, you know, like your gotta put on that little magnifying glass to figure out, like, why are you so, like, why you don't want him to finish what he gotta say, or why you don't want her to finish, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I know some of y'all understand what I'm trying to say. So anyway, now Jonathan, he's telling Chrissy to consider the source, you know. Consider the source of information, Chrissy. Like, don't be getting all roped up into this crap, because this chick over here, she's over here calling everybody else messy, but here she go, right? So anyway, Yandy's explaining to Chrissy that it would be easier for Kimbella to start some stuff between us, okay, than to have you on her neck. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying before. But the thing that got me was when Chrissy starts telling Yandy to relax and calm down, talking to me like that. And I'm just like, why is she telling her to relax? Like, she's not, whatever Yandy was doing, you know, if she had some bass in her voice or whatever it was that Chrissy found disrespectful or whatever, it was not directed towards her. It was her emotion or her energy was towards Kimbella. And that's what Yandy was trying to tell her. She was literally telling her, it's not towards you, it's her. And I'm saying we don't need to even be doing all this because of some stuff that she started. And Chrissy is still going at it, talking about, you don't want none of this, you don't want no smoke, you better relax or I F you up and all of that stuff. And my thing was like, you know what, now you're being corny, Chrissy, like for real. Because my thing is, it seems like you just want it with Yandy. Like, you just want to, like I said earlier, you just want to whip her behind now. You just want to get physical with her because of the past. You're not over it or whatever the case may be. The point is, Chrissy doesn't like Yandy, all right? And that's the bottom line. But here's my last thought when it comes to Chrissy. She's doing something amazing with this ladies millionaires group, right? A wonderful business venture. But my concern is, if you still have that mentality where you think you could pop a chick or go upside a chick's head whenever you feel like they're not talking to you the way you feel you should be spoken to, you should not be going into business with anything. Because as a businesswoman, you got to take into consideration everything that you could be losing. Now, you just did damage control, okay, for this situation of the foreclosure that had nothing to do with you, right? But then you got to also remember that if you go and you're putting your hands on people and you're getting into physical altercations, what that could also mean for business. And if certain people get wind of that, they might not want to do business with you. They might want to cut ties because, okay, let's say you meet somebody, you put your hands on them and they press charges and stuff like that. Now you got, you know, you're arrested or whatever, you know, all that type of stuff. You need to think about that, okay? At this point in your life, you're 40 something, I don't know Chrissy's age, she's 40 something or whatever. It's not about, you know, getting physical with people because, number one, I feel like she does have a little bully mentality. You know, as small as she is, she does have some type of bullying type of mentality, you know, and she does have this way about her that comes off kind of like, I can do it, but you can't, right? For instance, she tells Yandy, watch how you talking to me if you don't want to get smacked or whatever she said, right? Okay, but I recall years ago, she was talking to Yandy all types of ways and condescending and things like that. And Yandy was saying, stop talking to me like that, you know? But Yandy didn't threaten her. She didn't threaten her physically or nothing like that. She was just saying, stop talking to me like that. Like, she's letting her know, like, we're both grown. Don't talk to me like that. So my point is that Chrissy tends to have that issue where she kind of feels like it doesn't go both ways. That's my opinion from the outside looking in. I don't know how she is off camera or whatever, or how she really relates to everybody else and whatever. But I kind of feel like with this circle that's on Love and Hip Hop, she is like that. I mean, she can talk to you any kind of way she wants, but you better not talk to her any kind of way, because then it's going to be a problem. All right, that right there, that needs to be worked out. I don't know if she needs to go see somebody, figure out some kind of root to the problem or whatever, but that whole putting your hands on somebody, either you're going to meet your match one day or somebody's going to send you behind the jail over it and you're going to have a case, you know, because a lot of people, they don't be fighting out here. A lot of people suing, they freaking pressing charges and all that other kind of stuff. So calm it down. That's my last thing that I have to say. And that was pretty much my recap. I didn't speak of everything that went on in the episode because it wasn't a review. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. I'll see y'all next week for the next episode of Love and Hip Hop New York. You guys enjoy the rest of your holiday and thank you for stopping by. Also, if you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure you share this video. Also, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload videos like this one. Take care and be blessed. Bye-bye.